What up, guys? Sass Girl here, and today in this video, the title of the story is actually called Story Time, which is another series I'm also going to start. This story, I mean to tell y'all this for quite a while, and I never really got to it because I kept going on and on in my head thinking, maybe it won't be a good story to tell. I don't know how they react. But I then decided, you know what, I can tell. So, this story time, the title is called, the story is about a month after I posted a video in October called I'm Back. And I had my October face. Don't worry, I'll do that tutorial after this video, but it's not going to be like the usual tutorials. I'm going to show you some products and what I did to make this, and I'm going to lead y'all from there. So, yeah. Alright, so now let's start from the beginning of the day. This big day that still traumatizes me today, but I'm doing great right now. Alright, so it's Monday. I remember the specific day. It was Monday, November 14th at 7:19 a.m. I'm on my way to school, and I stop at the stop sign at the spot, and right next to me was a power plant. And don't worry, nothing happened at the power plant. Well, so I look left and right, just making sure that, like, hey, make sure no cars come, and yeah. So I then noticed that the sun on my left was in my face, and I couldn't really see, so that worried me, and I checked again to make sure no cars are coming from that direction. So, yeah. And as soon as I thought that I was clear, I start driving slowly, and as soon as I was fixing to hit the gas to go a little faster, I turned slightly left, and I looked left. Next thing I know, wham! I was T-boned by another truck. And guys, I never felt more terrified or more, shocked in my entire life. That was the most terrifying time of my life. Alright, so as soon as I got hit, both my airbags said deported, especially the steering wheel one. And a memory then occurred to me during that time. My dad, before we got in an accident with a Terex, another story time for another time. So, at the time, I remembered him saying, if you ever get in a car accident and both your airbags deport, make sure you move to the center of your truck, to the center, so that way you don't get hit by the airbag. And I did that in that split second at the time I got hit. And guys, in your mind, it felt like slow motion, but in reality, it was quick. And it was fast-paced, and it was crazy. And still, if you were in a car accident before, and you've been traumatized, let me know in the comments, and I'll relate to you, and I'll like it. So, yeah, and I then quickly grab the wheel and turn it, and I hit a wired fence, and I knocked a pole, which is still bent today. No one bothered to fix it. So I'm sitting there, and I realize I can't breathe. I can't breathe at all. Like, my chest started hurting, and I'm like trying to catch my air. And then I also remembered at that moment that this happened to me before, losing my air, like you knock the air out of you. My gym teacher from my elementary school said, if you ever lose your air again, put both your hands above your head or on a ceiling. And I did that. and I regained my air, and I remained fine. But except the left side of my body was like screaming in pain, especially my shoulder, and I was not sure what was wrong with it. I mean, of course, it was because of the impact. So I'm sitting there, I'm crying, I'm panicking, my heart is beating extremely fast, and next thing I know, the guy who hit me comes up to my window, and he comes up to my window and he says, "Do you not see me?" And again, I was upset. I was crying. I was screaming. I was like, "No, I didn't see you." And as soon as I looked at him, I realized he graduated with my fiance. And I didn't say it to him right away. Like, even a cop came up to my window and said, "Miss, what happened?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just thought my side was clear. I just thought that part of the road was clear, so I went." Next thing I know, he hits me. And he then looks at the man, and then he looks at the man who hit me, and he says, "Yeah, I know her." And the cop looks at me and he goes, "Wait, he knows you?" And I'm like, "Yes, I know him. He graduated with my boyfriend." At the time, my fiance and I were just boyfriend and girlfriend. This was but a month before we decided to get married. So, yeah, the cop then radios, like, the other cops, telling them what happened, tells them to get the ambulance here. He asked me what's wrong with me, and I said my left side hurts, including my neck and my thigh. And then he says, "Just don't move. What's your mom's number?" I tell him my mom's number. She doesn't answer the first time, and she answers the second time, tells her everything. And I then hear my ringtone go off, and it was singing out loud, and I realized that my phone was ringing, so I reached down where my bag was in the floorboard. I pick it up, and it was my mom calling. So I call, and I'm like, "Mommy, I'm so sorry." I was upset. So the officer then takes my phone away, saying, "Miss, I don't want you to move anymore. I need you to sit still and calm down." And the officer was a good person. I'm glad that he was trying to calm me down, because obviously that I was in a straight panic. I mean, I was awful. So the ambulance gets in, they get me on a gurney, get me in the ambulance, and then I hear my mom outside, and the officer tells her to calm down, and I would waste down her energy. And I tell her, "Mom, I'm so sorry about the truck. Tell my siblings I love them." She said, "Honey, remember what I told you? The truck is replaceable. You are not." And I just stayed calm, and they then drove me to the hospital. When I got there, they took off my coat, they took off my sweater I was wearing, and then just left me in with my shirt. And apparently I came in the hospital with a lot of broken window glass all over me, and I have scratches on my forehead. I can feel the blood on my forehead. My knuckles were bleeding. They were bruised. They took x-rays, and next thing I know, one of the nurses and the doctor comes to me and says, "Yes, you have a hairline fracture in your left collarbone." This collarbone right here, I don't know if you can tell, but I have kind of a scar on it. Yeah, it was definitely a time to remember, considering it was the day I got in my accident. And let me show you guys something. Sorry. I was wearing this coat the day I got in the accident. And this is what the seatbelt did to me. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. See that part right there? Yeah. That's what the seatbelt did to me. And it was quite a time, guys. Every time I look at it, I just get those memories back. This thing smelled like the airbag smoke, and I did not like that, so I had to clean this. So I had to have, the doctor said I had to have my arm in a sling for about 6 weeks, and that was that. And also, I want to show you guys something that was very surprising to me. Let me pause for a second and I'll go get it. Alright, so my fiance got this for me, and it was flat, but on camera it looks like it's flat. But I was wearing this the day of the accident, and this is what the seatbelt did to it. That's how hard and how much that seatbelt has done. If it wasn't for this, my collarbone would have been into pieces or something, and I would have had surgery to get that done. And yeah, according to my friends, two of my very best friends were crying, and even some people that I knew saw my accident. They literally saw me get hit. And my fiance later on tells me, hey, I heard about the accident. I am so sorry about that with that happening. Then it just led to him calling me that day during his break and saying how sorry he was that he wasn't here with me since I got in the accident, but my eldest sister came and to see if I'm okay. But yeah, I ended up sleeping on the couch because I did not want to go to my bed. I was too tired to even move. And my arm hurt every time. I can literally feel the bones move together. But yeah, that's where I've been throughout the time I was gone. I've been through a lot of crap. I was hurt. I was in pain, and look at me now. I'm fine. Except the scar on my shoulder kind of bothers me, but again, it doesn't bother me that much because I'm a tough woman. I can get through that. And yeah, if you guys watch this until now, I want to thank you guys so much for listening, and please leave a comment at the bottom below. Tell me that you guys had an accident yourself and that you got through it okay, and just click this like button. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with my words today. I just got back from school. Well, about an hour or two ago, and let me know what you guys think. And yep, and I hope you guys like the hair. Hope you guys like the makeup. I will have that tutorial right after I'm done with this one. And yes. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And if you like things like this, please subscribe. And yeah, and until next time, I'm out.